Hi there. Happy Wednesday. If someone can give me a sound check while I make sure I'm in the group and turn off my own audio, that would be awesome. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about those three bubbles behind me. Creating your optimal wellness routine for this new normal. Now, I talked about this a little bit on the podcast this week, so you can head there. I'll drop the link in the comments in just a little bit. We're going to take it a little bit deeper today. So the podcast and this live training will complement each other. And I've been hearing a lot about how people had their ideal health and wellness routine, whether it was like favorite yoga classes they used to go to, CrossFit. I'll talk more about from the yogic perspective, since really that is my niche, my focus, as you can see here in the clinic. So how people were in the groove, so to speak, prior to the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit, and obviously accessibility was an issue, or even some studios remained open or outdoors, but you didn't want to practice outdoors, or maybe you weren't ready to practice in a group, that sort of thing. Totally fine. I'm hearing stories of COVID-15 happening as some extra weight gain. And now that things are opening up, it's time to get back into a rhythm again. And I'm saying a new normal because I know during this time, a lot of people learned a lot about themselves, what's important to them, what lights them up, just in terms of day-to-day living, and also in terms of your health. And so I think it is important to apply this information that you have learned. So it's not like you're going back to the old you or the old situation prior to the pandemic, because you are a new you, and let's evolve your wellness routine too. Plus, maybe some of your favorite yoga teachers aren't available. Maybe your favorite studio is still not open. There's a lot of variables here. So let's put it together. And why is this important? This is important because if you're not filling your cup, if you're not carving out the time, which we'll go over in a moment, to really take care of you, it's going to show up in different ways in your business. It might show up as being exhausted and fatigued. And that can be two reasons. That you can be tired, waking up tired and sore because you're not sleeping well at night, because you're waking up with the worries and to-do lists, which might be because you're just not burning off that excess energy. You're not having your stress outlet. Or for me, a lot of the times yoga is to calm my nervous system. It's a reset. So then I can go to sleep at night and wake up the next morning and feel replenished. And so what does exhaustion, what does it really cost you? Like, how many times in your day are you breaking your flow or breaking your rhythm because you're not thinking of good creative solutions, your mind's drifting off, or maybe you just close your eyes to catch a few breaths, or you're breaking your rhythm to go grab a sugary caffeinated beverage only to slump and crash midday. What is that costing you in your ability to write marketing messages and copy that really resonates with your people, or have good quality sessions with your people where you're helping them to give them their results? Or if you create programs, cohesive flow in your programs, so when your people go through them, it's easy, it makes sense, they again can get the results. So thinking about what it really is costing you in your business if you're not taking care of yourself is sometimes a motivation or driver. But here's the thing. This is not from the place that you're broken, you're doing anything wrong. It's not the opportunity. This is not an invitation to beat yourself up, because that's going to defeat the whole purpose. So then when you are taking care of yourself, you're doing it from a place of punishment. And that's where I see a lot of people going wrong when they show up on the yoga mat. They're really like kind of throwing their bodies around or forcing or pushing their bodies in effort to maybe get rid of that excess stress, or to because their body feel that their body has to perform a certain way, or some of the perfectionistic attitudes of how they might show up as a parent or as the CEO are now showing up in their workouts. So instead, this is from a place of truly caring for you, really honoring what your body needs and letting go of the shoulds. So how do you do that? How do you really create the program, the routine to do that? So first of all, if you could relate to anything that I just mentioned, comment hell yeah in the comments. If you're watching this in a replay, hashtag replay. Let me know, like, are you feeling exhausted? Did you slip out of your rhythm? Right number 2, if you slipped out of your rhythm during the pandemic. Right number 3 is if you're confused as to how to get back into a workout, wellness, nutrition routine, right? Okay, so just let me know where you guys are at. I would love to hear it. And I'm going to explain those 3 bubbles behind me. So ideally, what your wellness routine is going to comprise of is 3 areas. So often we just think of the program, right? We think of the program, and that might be going to a yoga class. Or the program can be so many things. The program can be strength component, flexibility component, mindset component, emotion resiliency, stress relief, nutrition, maybe traction if you've got like a spinal issue, walking, hiking. It's endless, right? And that's what I really help entrepreneurs figure out, is what fits their lifestyle, what they enjoy, and what their body and soul really needs. So when they show up to do their day-to-day in their business, they feel replenished, they feel energized, they're focused, they're creative. Essentially, they get shit done because they're not sore and achy and worrying about their back pain or whatever else, right? So I really help people with their program. If you need help with your program, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Just sign up for a strategy call, DM me, whatever works for you. Okay. So if you have your program, that's great. Does it need fine tuning? Is it coming from a place of shoulding? Is it something that lights you up? Just a few questions to consider, right? The other thing is, how consistent are you in your program? So for me, I need to walk, do yoga, do my stress relief, restorative. I need something pretty much every day of the week. And it's not like I'm pushing hard. It's not like I'm doing a HIIT routine 7 days a week, or some crazy strength training or vigorous vinyasa 7 days a week. It's not sustainable. Your body can't tolerate that. You need to build in recovery time. So recovery time is part of my overall program. So when I have it organized this way, then I can show up consistently for myself pretty much every day. And then that allows me to be the mom I want to be. It gives me the energy to be the spouse I want to be. It helps me to have the emotional and health and stress resiliency, so I can maintain the boundaries in my business. So I'm not coming home after a super long day in the office, because I just don't do that anymore, and I'm irritable and picking fights with my husband, for example. That isn't present anymore because I show up. And this also goes with the time factor. A lot of the times, you know, I hear from busy entrepreneurs, well, Alison, I just don't have the time for that. Now, pause. If that was your thought, if you can relate to that, comment below. I would love to hear. Why is that? Where is your time going? And that's also something I work with people with, is really creating the time to do what you want to do in your business. You know, it's the mantra of how to do more, achieve more by doing less. And then that creates more time for you. And it becomes a snowball, because when you have more time for you, you're filling your cup, you're actually enjoying life, you're spending time with family. So then you wake up in the morning and you're energized, you're excited, you have ideas just coming out of you, but yet you're able to constrain and have focus. So you know you're taking continuous steps down your path. And then that fuels more time because you're getting more done. So it almost becomes this time warp. But you have to take a step back and really observe, first of all, where's your time and energy leaks. And then probably the most important is do you believe in your body's innate capacity to heal? Do you believe in your body's innate capacity to have health and vibrant health and wellness? Do you believe in your program? Do you believe that the program is suitable for you, whatever that may be? Because if you're often, what I find sometimes when I worked a lot with people with pain in their body and developing health and wellness routines, they've gone to all the practitioners, like 8, 9, 10 practitioners. And at first I would be looking at them, and often they would have some kind of higher learning academia degree, a master's, a doctorate. I worked with a lot of people with lawyer degrees, like very, very smart, intelligent people. And I'm like, well, at first glance, I'd be like, well, how can I help them? Like, they already saw all the people, like, what can I contribute here that they don't already know? And often it was this, they were really, some practitioner, often sometimes it's a Western medicine doctor, but not always, though, because there's some great Western medicine doctors. As you know, I really love my team at UCSD, but somewhere along the line, either from a practitioner or maybe as a kid, somewhere they learn that their body is broken and they don't believe that their body can heal. And I actually personally really had to dig deep with this when I'm healing from my hysterectomy because other surgeries, yeah, I had, like when I had to heal from my wrist surgery, some of you know that story, like it took a couple of years for that to heal fully. And there was times when I did doubt the healing and when I was 20 years old. But after that surgery, when I finally got it and had the belief in my body and knew what my body needed to heal, like I had other surgeries after that. I had shoulder surgery, I had cesarean, I had my colon cancer surgery, I had what other surgery? Some other surgery or issue. Like I always believed that my body could heal. But when I had the hysterectomy and I felt the hormonal changes, speaking of, I'm like super hot right now. I'm like roasting. When I felt the hormonal changes and I started to really question things like, okay, what's going to happen when I don't have the estrogen, when my ovaries aren't there anymore to help kind of balance my endocrine system? Am I going to age 15 years faster? Like, I always believed that my body could heal and I was taking good care of myself. So I felt like even though I was in my 40s, physiologically, I felt like in my 20s. And I even had practitioners tell me when I was pregnant in my late 30s, I had my OBGYN. He was like, oh, you're having a pregnancy of a 20-year-old. You're doing great. Like I always felt younger than my age. And with the hysterectomy, I'm like, is that going to change? Am I going to like, and one night my daughter, like she came to me, you might've heard this. I said this on a podcast recently. Like she even said, Mommy, your legs are squishy. And I never really had squishy legs before because I was always like working out and doing yoga and walking. And I had taken a break from my strength training routine like you. With the pandemic, I fell off like some things because I wasn't going to the Y as much. And you know, a year ago, I was in the hospital for a week. I had very, very severe weakness. Like I couldn't walk without assistance in a walker. Like, so it took a solid year for me to start to build my strength back. And then on top of that, I had my hysterectomy, and I really had to rebuild my belief in my body and myself. And it's getting back. Like now I'm losing those fears that I'm going to age faster, even though I had hysterectomy and went into menopause at an early age, all the things. And it's from the belief. So you really need these three components in your wellness routine. And I feel like, holy crap, I have no idea where to start. I don't know what I'm doing. That's way too much. I'm here to help. Just sign up for a free strategy call. I'll help you. I've got a brand new mastermind I am so excited about. It's called the Business and the Health Transformation. So specifically, we work on the body, the brain, the bank account. So yeah, we do the business tactics, but truthfully, right, a lot of you in here, you can Google business tactics. There's like a cajillion masterminds and with business tactics. It's like, why aren't the business tactics working, and how to make your business work for you instead of being the slave to your business, instead of being the slave to your schedule. And how do we bolster that? By working on your body, your health, your mindset, the brain. I've found that really you can't separate them. You really cannot. And it might seem like you're taking 10 steps down different paths, but really this is to help you create the roadmap of what you need to continually take steps forward in your business, in your life, so you can have an enjoyable business and enjoy life and relax with your family too. That's my whole goal for you. So you can sign up for a free call with me. I also have a workshop June 7th. It's midday Monday, which I've heard, myself included, a lot of practitioners don't see clients on Mondays. If you're a yoga teacher, it's at 1:30 p.m., which is often the dead time in between yoga classes. So sign up. There will be a replay. If you miss it, no worries. It'll be recorded, but I highly encourage you to show up live so you can get your questions answered and all the things. So I will see you in the workshop, on a call, or next week. All right, see you on the mat. Bye for now.